Good morning, All Saints families. I'm joined this morning by Mrs. Horgan, and we wanted to take a few minutes as we wrap up our third day of e-learning to reach out to you and to share some thoughts as we end this first week that we've been closed, and to give you some ideas as to how we're going to move forward next week. First of all, I'd like to take a moment to thank all of our faculty and staff who have worked so diligently to help us transition from a traditional learning setting to an online learning environment. They worked very, very hard to accomplish that. I also want to acknowledge and thank parents, because I know that you're balancing a lot of responsibilities and work obligations with trying to supervise your children in the learning process, and I know that's an awful lot for you. We certainly understand, and please know of our commitment to working with you to refine our process each day. In that regard, the questions that you've sent to us and the feedback has been wonderful. Please keep that coming. Every day, we're talking as a faculty and administration, and we're evaluating our process and we're refining it based upon the input that we're getting. Also the best practices that we're researching and the collaboration with the Office of Catholic Schools and some of our colleagues. So keep that feedback coming. It's important that I share with you too that these first few days of the rollout are really that. It's a rollout, and it's not going to be the same going forward because we're learning as we go. So if you find yourself saying that this is too much, this is really difficult, please know that we recognize that as well, and we're all in a moment of changing our mindset as we really transition from a traditional learning model to a digital learning model. Again, we thank you for partnering with us in that regard, and we appreciate your patience and all the feedback that you continue to share. With that said, our most important mission, of course, is the faith formation of the children at All Saints. And even though we are apart from one another, our faith unites us, and it's certainly an opportunity for all of us to be united in our faith and to grow in our faith each day.
And speaking of growing in our faith, we want to continue to invite our students and their families to join us every day at noon with the Angelus. We have the Angelus posted on our Facebook page as well as on the homepage of our All Saints website. There are links on the parish site to daily homilies, filmed masses, as well as resources on formed.org. We look forward in the coming days to putting together a virtual rosary, so look for details with that coming soon.
And one of the things that makes All Saints so special is just the sense of joy and welcome that surrounds our community. And even though we are apart physically, we are united in spirit and united in faith, and we want to look for ways for us to sustain that great sense of community. So we've got a couple of ideas that we want to share with you.
And one of the ideas is we would invite you to email development@allsaintsva.org with pictures of your students in their e-learning environments. We also want to continue to recognize birthdays, as they're so very important to our students. So please look in the emails coming soon. If your student has a birthday, we want to very especially recognize them during this difficult time as well.
So tomorrow was to have been our annual Running with the Saints 5K, and as you're already aware, we had to cancel that event. But I do want to take a moment to thank the PTO for all that they did to plan for that, and especially the leadership of that committee. Even though we're not gathering tomorrow to run, it is nonetheless a success, because I can share with you that we raised just more than $6,700 to benefit the Gregory family. So thank you for your generous support of that event. And let's all together tomorrow, in a particular way, remember the Gregory family in our thoughts and our prayers. It's so important that they know of the continued support from All Saints Catholic School.
We invite you to keep up with us through emails and our video postings. We also invite you to visit our e-learning page on the allsaintsvaschool.org website. And we also invite you to follow us on all social media platforms, including Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can find updates on the parish site on the new Coronavirus Stay Connected section of that website.
Well, Mrs. Horgan, I think that about wraps it up for this week. We hope you have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe.
Be well.
And remember, with God, all things are possible.